You are now listening to Tough Tiger Talk Flash Report.
Now listening to Tough Tiger Talk on the PRO Media Network. Much love to the Tough Tiger Talk family. I'm Big Q chiming in. National Signing Day, family, is upon us. In this episode of Tough Tiger Talk, man, what can I tell you, man? It's intriguing and interesting all at the same time. We had several people in the crosshairs lined up, looking good, but ultimately at the end, we didn't get some of those guys we wanted. But listen, LSU still had a pretty good signing period for Coach Kelly. And of course, the big part of it is the fact LSU landed 5-star linebacker Harold Perkins, decommitted from Texas A&M. Take that. And of course, Brian Kelly was able to line this fantastic prospect up. And let's go over it here. Here, as we know, after missing out on Trevante Citizen, who ended up going to Miami, by the way, and a reporter, Jacoby Mathews, who ended up, where did Mathews end up going? What did he commit to? Well, it'll come to me as well as he. I think he went to the Gators, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, we're going to get into it, though. But what's intriguing and interesting is that we had a lot of guys. After I realized they wasn't coming here, I just kind of lost interest. And to be honest with you, fam, just to keep it real with you. But anyway, Brian Kelly landed a monster addition to the initial class. Harold Perkins, 5-star linebacker from Side Park in Texas. Perkins is chosen to continue his football career with the Bayou Bengals, he announced on CBS Sports. Perkins is the number 4 overall recruit according to On3 rankings, and he fills a major void on a roster left by Damone Clark, who has NFL aspirations. Clark led the team in tackles this past season and ranked among the top 5 nationally in the category. Perkins will get an opportunity to compete for playing time along with seniors Mika Bakersfield, former Clemson transfer Mike Jones Jr., and Greg Penn III. Now, Perkins is the second linebacker to commit to the Tigers after Demario Tolan signed in the early period in December, and it appears Coach Kelly can indeed get some top-level talent to come to LSU. So, in the interim, if you look at what Coach Kelly was able to do, I mean, to be honest with you, this was pretty positive to get Perkins. Of course, we had aspirations of getting the safety Mathews from Ponchatoula. It didn't fall our way, and that's fine. The additions of Perkins moves LSU recruiting class to number 12th overall, jumping ahead of the Wildcats for number 4th class in the SEC. And he is also the only 5-star commitment to sign after the 24/7 Sports Final rankings were released prior to National Signing Day. So LSU get a 5-star linebacker in Harold Perkins. So, and this is positive in so many ways because Perkins brings a lot of athleticism. He's a sought-after prospect, and he'll help boost the defense for the Tigers going into the season. And like we said, they have a lot of fantastic talent on the defensive side of the ball, and this is just more and more of the same as Coach Kelly is going to bring that seriousness and that focus, that consistency of winning to the team. So let's go on and look at some of the other prospects as well who didn't come in. Of course, LSU out of running for 5-star safety Jacoby Mathews, who ended up going elsewhere. Y'all put in the chat here. I had it in my mind where he ended up going, but let's see, he announced his commitment Wednesday Eve, and we were definitely out of the running. Although I thought we would actually get Mathews to come in because we could have used both him. It'd have been really nice to get both Mathews and Perkins. But on the other side of the equation, it just didn't fall right for us as Mathews chose to go elsewhere. So that's intriguing. And also another prospect chose to go elsewhere. And that as well. And we were talking about getting Trevante Citizen to be next LSU back. He chose to go to the Canes in a surprise move. So that was really surprising. A lot of people didn't anticipate Citizen heading to Miami. So good luck to these young players here that's, making the moves and deciding where they want to go. Much success to you, except when you play LSU. So, I mean, I'm just keeping it a buck. So let's keep it moving. Let's get to the next article right here, fam. As we talk about the winners and losers of the ranking period here, and it's produced by CBS Sports, and they talk about this. And of course, you scroll all the way down, you see the winners. You see Texas A&M and Oregon with Coach Lannon, and then Georgia, and then of course, you see the Bayou Bengals right there in the winners category. And what their analysis was, LSU, sure, losing out on in-state standout Javon Citizen to Miami. Mathews was a bummer. However, the Tigers did pull in the number one linebacker in the country, and the former Texas A&M commit Perkins. He was the highest rated recruit left uncommitted in February. Big win for the Bayou Bengals. So pulling him out of Texas was a huge feather in the cap for Brian Kelly, who may use the cap for dancing next year. And of course, they're kind of roasting Coach Kelly right now because of the dance, and the tight end decided to go elsewhere. But it's okay. You win some, you lose some. That's a part of the game when you're recruiting in college, man. But the big part of what LSU just has to keep doing is winning, baby. That's what it comes down to. Winning, winning, winning. So let's take a look at LSU altogether. This is a list from Go 24/7 as it covers LSU's national rank here. According to them, is 12th. SEC is 4th, as I said previously. And as you can see, the top signing, the only 5-star talent, Harold Perkins, deciding to sign up with the Tigers. Boy, the defense is going to be fierce. And of course, remember some of the other guys at the Tigers side. Will Campbell, who's a 4-star offensive lineman from Monroe, Louisiana, who's going to come in and help that offensive line. Walker Howard was another guy came in. He's another 4-star guy. Quincy Wiggins, the defensive lineman. Emory Jones from Baton Rouge, who operate as the linebacker position. You see LaTerrence Welch, the cornerback, who's another 4-star prospect who comes in from Lafayette here. Demario Tolan, we spoke about him, the linebacker, that'll help the defense out. Safety Jordan Allen, who is going to help as well. He's a 3-star. DNC Landon Ilbieta right there from Mandeville. And then, of course, Jillian Davis Robinson from Texas came over and signed with LSU as well. So that was a positive. And, of course, tight end Mason Taylor, Tygie Hill, who's a defensive lineman, offensive tackle. Bo Borderland, who a lot of people are excited about out of Newman. Fitzgerald West from Lafayette. There, another defensive lineman. And Nathan Debert, the kicker, as well, who comes over from Michigan. And of course, you had the transfer portal guys that were really successful. What Brian Kelly was able to do in his summary here is Jarek Bernard, a cornerback, comes over from the Oklahoma State side of things. And of course, Mekhi Wingo, the defensive lineman from Missouri, comes to LSU. Tremont Sharts, another linebacker prospect, comes in. Bramblett, the punter from Notre Dame, follows Coach Kelly here. Greg Brooks Jr., another transfer from Arkansas, who has a lot of experience. So these are guys that are going to come here and really help the squad. You have the athlete Wes Weeks, who comes over from Virginia, the linebacker. Mekhi Gardner, who is the safety, will get immediate help. And this guy comes out of the Raging Cajuns. Miles Frazier, the offensive tackle, is there from Florida International. Joe Fuchsia comes over from Arkansas as well. Noah Kane is another guy a lot of people are interested in seeing from Penn State, the running back there. Karen Lacey, the wide receiver, who transfers from the Raging Cajuns as well. And Slade Roy, who came over as well. So as a lone snapper. So a lot of talent that came over, and Brian Kelly and the staff really worked the hell out of the transfer portal to kind of build up as much as they can, along with the signees and of course the transfer portal guys, to kind of help fill in and get what they need got done for the team. And of course, they had some talent that ultimately decided to come back to LSU to give Coach Kelly an opportunity. So like I said, this was a positive in so many ways. A lot of people wanted to see Citizen there. They wanted to see a few other guys, but listen, it happens. Now, the key point, we got to win here in many regards. This was a solid class in 2022. And now we have to put these guys along with the rest of the guys that we have and build the system under Coach Kelly, offensively and defensively, moving forward, because it feels more like a professional team. No disrespect to Coach O, what he was doing in years prior. but Brian Kelly's resume from program to program is a winning guy who's serious and knows what he's doing. So I love what happened with it. And they had some other classes that did better than us, but I really do think it's about sustained winning here and being in the conversation every year with LSU. So Perkins a big win, Campbell's a big win, Walker and the rest of those guys. So it'll be intriguing to see how things are moving forward. And the future is bright for LSU football, and it's just pretty positive. But anyway, that'll do it for this episode. Yes, sir. This will do it for this episode of Tough Tiger Talk. LSU lands 5-star linebacker Harold Perkins in the win. And I still say, even though a lot of people are kind of upset we didn't get the other guys listed, I hear you on that. But Harold Perkins is a big win. And so many of these other guys, as you go and look at the list that I just ran down, it puts it all in perspective. The signees and the transfer portal guys coming together along with who we have here. We got something here. So that'll do it for this episode of Tough Tiger Talk, family. I appreciate y'all for chiming in on this episode of Tough Tiger Talk. If you want to, you can feel free to hit upon the like button and to join us for other episodes of Tough Tiger Talk. Please feel free to join us by hitting the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and share the show's link on your social media feed with other Tough Tigers. Go Tigers!
Subscribe to the Tough Tiger Talk channel and stay up to date for all things LSU football.